So all of this looks quite very nebulous to us. And Mamu was here a couple of weeks ago. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think probably this was about the last real electronic television interview he did. I might be wrong on that, so I won't call it a fact. But he was here. And he expressed concerns about how the relationship had gone. Initially, the relationship was good, but now the relationship has turned sour. Are there other things we needed to know about this relationship? Because it's quite very nebulous. So when those monies were paid, who collected the money? Was it directly the bandits? Or was Mamu as an intermediary? What really happened? And all of this, let's not also forget that Sheikh Gumi has also played an instrumental role, even nominating Mamu to make these conversations. What is really happening here? Because it's all very convoluted.
Yes, Rufai, let me tell you my experience. 27 years ago, on the 7th, between the 7th and the 9th of June 2027, or June 1995, 27 years ago, in Kaduna, when the bashing of Nigerian image was at its own highest peak, the then governor, Lieutenant Colonel Lawal Jafar Isa, he's alive now, and he can confirm what I'm going to tell you now, put up a seminar between Kaduna State Government, New Nigerian newspapers, and NTA. The seminar was titled, Not in Our Character. All federal government officials were there, state government, security agencies. Matthew Hasaguka delivered a paper there. I also spoke from the floor. The import of the seminar was to deconstruct the image being painted of Nigeria that is so bad. But what is the news there? The news is that after the seminar, after my contribution, a tall, lanky, blue-eyed, blonde hair American guy approached me outside the hall at Hassan Usman Katsina house, venue of the seminar. He just handed over his card to me and he left. I looked at the card. What was the name on it? Russell J. Hanks, American Embassy, political officer. That was on the 9th of June, 1995. Not until the 11th of August, I received a call on my landline, and there was a caller ID, and I saw the number. It was Russell's number. He said, Mahdi, I'm just calling as a follow-up to our meeting last time and saying hello to you. Bye-bye. He dropped. Again, on September 9th, he called me again for the same courtesy call. Then on the 11th of December, he called me and said, Mahdi, I will be coming to Kaduna. Would you want to have a coffee with me? I said, fine. He came in, he called, I met him at Hamdallah Hotel. We had a cup of tea. I think he was trying to size me up because he was busy asking me about the performance of Abacha's government. And I was playing safe. But then came the big bang. On 21st December of the same year, he came into Kaduna and he called me. He said, Mahdi, I have a business for you, and it's very important. You meet me at Hamdallah Hotel at the last floor of the Hamdallah Motel wing, which I did. On arrival, Russell Hanks told me, Mahdi, we are worried. The American government is doing a bomb campaign against Abacha. We don't want him. We are promoting a regime change. This parcel is what I want you to go. See Doba Hotel just away there, 600 meters. Go into the bookshop and drop this parcel. Small parcel. This is 500,000 naira for you. And another 500,000 naira waiting for you. Once you drop the parcel, please come back. You collect the second 500,000 naira. I said, Russell, you have miscalculated. When I addressed Adamu Chiroma as the Minister for Agriculture during that seminar you were referring to, when I addressed Rimi as the Communication Minister, when I addressed Lesamail Isa Funtua as the Chairman of Newspapers for Operators Association of Nigeria, I did that as a citizen, not that because I don't like my country. I dressed him down. I abused him. I said, okay, Mahdi, now I know you're a good citizen. I was just trying to test you. You are nationalistic. We look forward to working with you to stabilize Nigeria. I knew that was an afterthought. But I held him because I saw some desperation in him. He wanted me to leave. I refused to leave. Then I had a knock on the door. Guam, Guam. We went to the door together. Wanting to see me off. At the door was Bagauda Kalfo. The journalist that was being said was killed by the military, was killed by Abacha. Bagauda was right at the door there. I think he gave him an hour after me, but I killed into Bagauda's hour. So Bagauda went into the room and I left. What happened? Not long after that, 2 hours later, bomb, where? Doba Hotel, where? At the bookshop. When that happened, Lawal Jafar Isa can confirm this. I drove straight to the government house. I wanted to see the governor. For what reason? I said, urgent security reason. I was ushered into Lawal Jafar Isa's office. And I told him what happened. The following day, I was brought to Abuja. I was able to see Abacha in his residence and I narrated to him. Before they could say Jack Robinson, 4 days later, Russell's hand flew out of Nigeria. 10 days later, security operatives came to Kaduna to interview me. When I gave them the narrative, one of them took me by the side and said, Mahdi, keep off. We are very jealous. Security agencies are very, very jealous institutions. You have done your own. Don't ever give any public comment on it. Don't give interviews. Don't do anything. Because if you begin to talk, our failure would have been seen very clearly. From this flow of information, I called Mamu 3 times when he started this negotiation. I say, Mamu, security agencies are more jealous than a housewife whose husband is about to take a second wife. Keep off from them. They will injure you. By the time you get closer, they are parasitic. All security agencies in the world have this parasitic nature. A parasite is a living organism, plant or animal, that lives in, on, around a living organism, feed on it and does some harm to the host. If you allow yourself to continue working with the security agencies without caution, they will injure you. They are parasites. They will leave a permanent, irreversible, indelible injury on you. I called him for the first time when I saw him negotiating. After a month, I called Mamu. Mamu, I've seen you posing in pictures with the abductees. He said yes. I said, please, keep off. Security agencies world over are jealous of civilians getting involved this much because your involvement is an indictment on the security operatives in Nigeria because they have failed where you have succeeded. Maybe he didn't hear me. The third time was about a month ago and I called him. Mamu, I have my fear for you. Please, kindly withdraw. Stop. You have done enough. If you are looking for reward, may God reward you. I have been expecting this arrest long ago. In fact, it didn't come to me at all. It never came to me as a surprise. It was a fulfillment of my thought. I thought it was going to come even much earlier.